And that's one thing I do appreciate about discussion.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, it can really enlighten you.
Yeah, it can open your mindset.
Yeah. Because I really appreciate that. That was a very eye-opening point to like where clearly my way of thinking was incorrect. Is it good to be here? Never forget.
Truly is.
Great.
What an intro that was.
That was. I don't even know if it looked that good on the actual video, but that pre-edit when we first saw it, it looked crispy.
Yeah, I did quite enjoy that.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Cool. So we're
Sean
back
and
again.
his work.
Back again. Oh, jeez. Feeling kind of lethargic today though, because it's been a busy weekend.
Really?
Yeah, my back hurts in it from all the garden stuff I had to do yesterday.
Gardener, green thumb.
Yeah. Oh man. There was one bit where I was cutting a hedge, and I cut it, and like the minute I cut it, loads of the white little flies came out.
Oh man,
it was terrifying. Those things used to terrify me as a kid. I used to think they used to eat my hair.
Eat you?
Yeah. As a kid, I used to think they ate my hair.
One thing I can't stand about gardening is the bugs and the spiders.
Yeah. I've gotten used to it now because I've had to do it for years, but it's still just annoying.
I'll never get used to it. But hopefully you guys are back again for another episode. We thank you for joining us.
Yeah, and if you're not coming back, we thank you for joining us for the first time as well.
We'd love to have you on this board.
Yeah, we'd love
board
to have
of our
you
directors.
join the board. The board's always growing.
You
know, and if you want to be a part of it, just hit subscribe.
Yep.
And if you want more people to join as well, share. Appreciate it.
Hit tell a friend to tell a friend, as always.
Yeah, honestly. Tell your parents as well to tell their friends.
Tell your parents to tell their parents.
To tell their friends, honestly.
And their friends.
I want your great-grandfather watching this.
Absolutely.
Saying how these Gen Zs aren't like they used to be.
Honestly. Saying they don't make them like they used to anymore.
Don't make them like they used to anymore. Yeah, that's called evolution.
Exactly.
Cool. So let's get into it with the inspirational quote.
What have you got for us?
This one is from the Oppenheimer movie.
Okay. How'd you find it?
I really enjoyed it. Christopher Nolan loves non-linear storytelling, and it kind of annoys me.
Yeah.
Because this film's good, but it could have been told in chronological order, and it wouldn't have changed like your enjoyment level of it really. Like if it wasn't flashing backwards and forwards until it like ended up like linking up and becoming succinct. Yeah. If it was just in chronological order, it would have made the exact same amount of sense.
Really? Do you think it detracted from the film?
I wouldn't say detracted from the film, but it's just it being in non-chronological order, there was no like need for it. It's not like it enhanced the film. Yeah. Okay. Like if it was in chronological order, the film would have still been as good as the film was. Yeah. It's just that he loves non-linear storytelling for everything. Yeah. Which I don't understand why.
He does. Especially in like Inception.
I think in every film he's done, there's a point where the story doesn't flow linearly.
Maybe it's just one of his trademarks.
Yeah, it's just his thing. Yeah. I understand that, but it's just, he's always trying to do something to your mind whenever he's doing stuff. But anyways. And I do remember him saying apparently the end of Oppenheimer was similar to the end of Inception, but I don't think it was. I can't remember it now, but I don't think it was. I don't remember like a cliffhanger like that. But that's besides the point. I'm not here to review Oppenheimer. Yeah. So the thing is, actually, for this quote, I don't remember it being said in the film. My friend said that quote was sick, and I was like, that quote was good. Yeah. But because of, I don't know what happened recently, but he's sound mixing as well. Christopher Nolan's sound mixing of dialogue to audio, it can be annoying as well, where you just miss lines. Have you seen Tenet?
I've not seen Tenet. I've heard about that.
Watch Tenet, and I promise you,
so many people complain about that.
There are 10 minutes where you don't hear a word people are saying because the sound mixing is just awful. And Oppenheimer does that a little sometimes. Really? It's way not like nowhere near as bad. But it can happen. Like if you're not paying full attention, you might miss some words. And clearly I wasn't, because it's a 3-hour film. So there were bits where I couldn't stay succinct. But that's just my minor ADHD.
Fair enough.
Cool. So here's the quote. Do you have the discipline to channel your energy into progress?
And who's that by?
I have no idea, because I can't remember who the guy was.
You didn't see who it was?
No, because listen, there are so many scientists in this film, right? Yep. And they just switch in and out, and literally every one of them is a cameo virtually, because they're all like famous actors. Yeah. And there's like 25 to 40 of them, honestly. That just, some of them get like a 10-second clip. Like, I think his name's Drake. Drake from Drake and Josh.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I saw him in the trailer.
Yeah. I think he has like 4 lines.
In the whole thing?
In the whole thing. Like
Right.
4 words or something. But he's in there. And he's just a face you recognize. And he's one of the scientists.
Yeah.
And for the life of me, I can't tell you what his specialty was.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But yeah, so do you have the discipline to channel your energy into progress?
Yeah. What do you take from that?
I just think it's pretty cool because that's really what hard work is really.
Yeah.
It's just channeling your energy into progress, and that takes discipline.
Yeah.
Because it's like the other quote that I love, where you do something ordinary an extraordinary amount of times, right? And that's literally just discipline.
Yeah.
And it's just it's like with people with ADHD and things, they just have a lot of energy that they can't channel correctly just because of how their mind works, right? Yeah. But if you're able to channel that energy into progress, because you can make great things. Because I was even talking to one of my friends about this, about how scientists are the craziest people to me, right? Because literally just imagine stuff and then prove to see if reality is like that. Especially in this film Oppenheimer, because at the beginning, I feel like I'm giving spoilers now, but at the beginning he's talking about how because he was the first to do quantum physics, right? So nanoparticles that no one can see. Yeah. So he just in his imagination, he's down there's these little things, but how do I get how do I get people to understand what I'm thinking of in this point? Yeah. And I have so much respect for them because that's something I can't do.
Yeah, I don't think I can do it either.
Because I've accepted I'm not intelligent enough to articulate the way my mind works well enough for people to understand me. Right. And I've just accepted that. And I'm too cheap to pay for therapy. So I've just accepted that. So, and that's why I really do like this quote, because I feel like it culminates that film so well. Yeah. Where it's just, do you have all these scientists had the energy and their fields that they put it all into and they all channeled it together. Yeah. Because literally the film is just people just having discussions about how to do stuff. It's literally just people who are interested in a thing, and are articulating what they're thinking and how they can all bring it together to bring their thinking into reality. Yeah. And it's just amazing to me. That's why I really like it, and I have great respect for scientists. Fair enough.
I have to respect that.
Do you have any thoughts on that quote?
I do. I quite like the quote. I think it's a good start to this episode. I think it's going to link quite well.
Oh, you think? Yeah. We'll see. That's actually what I do, though. That's what I do, though.
The Segway King.
Yeah. These honestly,
the Segway Sergeant.
Oh, do you remember Segways?
I do remember Segways.
What happened to them?
They just fell off.
What?
They became like Benidorm type activities.
Really?
That's what it kind of just became
I don't understand, because I've never heard that phrase used before, but it makes sense.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's
Benidorm stuff like that.
It's become a Benidorm activity that you just do. Yeah. It's not really...
I haven't seen anyone on a Segway in years.
Yeah. It used to be hype. It used to be the thing you'd look forward to.
It fell off like NFTs.
Yeah.
That
was the biggest.
I've been seeing NFTs, people bought NFTs for 600k. It's now worth 13.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I can't remember who it was. A celeb bought an NFT for something like 3 million or something, and it's worth 55k now.
I think it's Justin Bieber, probably.
I think it was Justin Bieber.
Yeah. Because the one I just saw was Logan Paul, which was 600k to 13k. And do you know why that happened? Because they didn't listen to our other episode about investing.
They didn't get rich.
They didn't try.
They are rich.
They are rich, but
they didn't listen to the episode.
Because they got to that thing, they didn't think they have to learn anymore. And now look, investments are not paying off. But that's how life goes, isn't it? And that leads on to what we're even talking about, that negative, positive mentality.
It is. Before we get there, though, what's this week's Fraudwatch?
Fraudwatch. This one's I feel it's light.
Okay.
This one happened to me in secondary school. Happened to me actually in year 7.
Right.
This is actually, now that I think about this was quite traumatic for me. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So in year 7, in modern foreign languages, we were doing Spanish. Okay. And it was our Spanish speaking assessment, right?
Right.
And you had to answer I think there were an option of 15 questions. So the teacher gave us 15 to 20 questions and said she's going to ask us 10 in our Spanish assessment. Yeah. We need to just answer them, right? And what's it called?
Yeah.
Why you what?
It feels like it's going to be hilarious.
No, it's not. I don't think it's that hilarious. It's what And okay, I was not doing the best in MFL, right?
Right.
Because of that one friend that I always say is a waste man. This is how I met him. Before I even knew who he was, he sat behind me in that lesson. And whenever I was picked to answer a question, he would just whisper into the back of my ear, chicken. And it would just throw me off so much. Because firstly, I'm hearing a question in a foreign language.
Mm-hmm. You're already doing processing.
I'm trying to translate it in my head. Yeah. And then this guy just says, chicken. And I'd look behind me and the teacher would be like, what are you doing? Because she can't hear him.
Yeah, of
it's
course.
just me and maybe the guy next to me sometimes. So I was not doing too hot in that lesson. So, and for the speaking assessment, I don't know why she thought this was a good idea, but during the lesson, she would call the people up to do their speaking assessment while the rest are still doing their work for the lesson.
What, in front of all of them?
Yeah. In a class of 30, she would go through the register, or I don't know how she did it alphabetically, but I don't know if she did it by surname or first name.
Right.
But so I think she did it by surname because I'm quite early in my surname. Right. So anyways, people doing work, calls them out. You know, there's some of the top guys are doing it, flying through. People like, yeah. Some guys are not doing too hot, but no one's absolutely failing. Right. Then it was my turn. Yeah. Yeah. And so I don't know. I think it's because it was so long ago. I can't remember if I even tried to practice for it or not. Right. I'm assuming you did. I imagine I did. Yeah. Because it was year 7. Actually, I probably didn't. Really? Yeah. Because by this point, I didn't like this teacher, and it was in the second half of year 7, so I didn't have that work ethic bounce you get from joining a new school or starting a new year. Like I'm gonna start. Yeah, I didn't have that. Right. So I probably didn't. I feel like I might have tried a little something, but I got there, and so asked me the first question, and I said nothing. Nada. Literally nothing. Zilch. I just looked at her blankly. She asked me the second question. Yeah. I said nothing. I just looked at her blankly. I don't know what was happening in my head. I can't even think back to how I was before then. But I don't know. My head was just empty. I don't know what I was thinking of. Maybe probably thinking of chicken or something just because of that guy. Yeah. So she does that for question 1 to 9.
Yeah. And what, you're saying nothing?
I said absolutely nothing.
You're saying I'm not speaking without my lawyer.
I said absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Then question 10, right? She says, "Como está?" Yeah. Yeah. Which I don't know, my Spanish is still awful, but is it como está or como ama? I can't. My Spanish is awful. Damn. But she asked me, what is my name?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's como te llama.
Como te llama. That's it. See, look at that. And so como. Oh, I know this. Como means I eat. Okay. So right. So I heard como and I assumed. And I assumed she was asking what I eat. So, just so you know, as people are doing their work, because I can see in my peripherals, right? Yeah. This is before the MS kicked in and I lost that. I guess in my peripherals, I could see people stop doing work and start watching me because I kept saying nothing for each question. More and more people would put their pen down. An audience, crowd. Just to see if I would ever say anything. That's it. I was just is this guy going to speak? So, by this 10th question, everyone was looking now. Yeah. So she says, "What is your name?" And I feel like people realize how hard I was struggling. They wanted me to get it right. Yeah. They're "Come on, this is an easy question."
Underdog story.
Yeah. This is an easy question. You got this. Yeah. You got this. And then I said "como," which is I eat and not my name. Yeah. And some people were like, "Oh my!" Some people put their head in their hands. Other people just burst out laughing.
Oh man.
So I'd say class of 28. I'd say 20 of them were laughing. 8 had their head in their hands. Come on, bro, you're better than this. And honestly, that's a traumatic experience as a child. I'm in front of the class being ridiculed for this language I don't like. Yeah. And your name is food. Yeah. And I just said I eat. You asked me my name. I said I eat. Oh, man. Get out of my face. Leave me alone. Man. I'm clearly not built for this.
Evidently.
I'm not built. I barely speak English at this point. And you want me to be conversing you in Spanish.
What'd you get for that?
Still ask foolish questions.
I just want to know.
I got nothing.
The people want to know.
I got dropped. That's what happened. I got dropped. I had to go down a set.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you got a grade, though, right?
I honestly don't remember.
Damn. One of them.
That was year 7 Spanish, so that's when it was
okay. I was like GCSE.
Oh, no, GCSE, I couldn't be doing foolishness like that. I couldn't be doing foolishness like that.
That's what I thought was happening. I thought you meant in an actual GCSE exam, the speaking exam.
Yeah. No, I couldn't be doing stuff like that.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
No,
that's not too bad, actually.
No, that's not too bad. Actual GCSE speaking exam, you want me to do it in front of the class? No, I'm not doing
That's what
that.
I was confused by.
No, that was back in year 7, which I still think is even worse because them kids have more, they ain't built a mindset yet.
That's true. That's very
they
true.
They all this is like negative. Like you do something that's traumatic. That's gonna stay with me for ages.
Yeah, that's coming with you to the playground.
Public speaking in the mud now. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
I've been. You
that's character building.
You as a grown woman have ridiculed me.
Yeah.
An 11-year-old. Yep. Voice ain't broke yet.
Doing a high pitched voice. Stuttering all over the place.
And it's not good.
Man.
To this day, that's why I don't know any other language.
Monolingual
and proud.
I want to be proud. But yeah, I don't think that's too high.
Nice.
I say 11 years old.
Nice light one.
It's a nice 11 years old. To be fair, the teacher's more of a fraud than you were.
Yeah.
For putting you on blast like that in front of the class.
No, but I don't think she didn't put me on.
I know you weren't put on blast, but exposing you to the whole class in front. So all the people are looking at you. You've drawn a crowd, and she didn't do any crowd control.
Yeah.
Hey, sit down.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. He's doing his thing. Chill.
Yeah, but I feel like she slightly hated me though, so she was happy for it.
She was definitely, that's what I'm saying. She was definitely welcoming the attention.
Yeah.
So I think that's like a 4.
I'm actually deep, and some of my teachers were actually ops to me in secondary school, but that's for another episode.
It is.
That's what actually. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. My positive mentality that's coming through, and that is what this episode's about. It's keeping a positive mentality. And that's what we're gonna do. I believe you have an article for us to get us into this.
We do. We'll get into the meat and potatoes. The episode.
Yeah. Let's get into it because I've been speaking for a while now.
No worries. I'll take over from here.
Yeah.
So the article I've got today is from a blog. It's actually from Hubspot, and it's written by Swetha Amarisan.
Okay.
So I hope I haven't butchered her name.
Sounds. I think you have. But
game's a game.
Yeah, we're here now. Let's go.
So, I'll stay positive and carry on with the article.
Yeah.
We got 10 points. So 10 creative ways to keep a positive attitude.
Okay.
We got number 1. I think there are some contentious ones in here as well.
Yeah, I'll do it like before. Just let you go through it, and then we can pick it apart.
Number 1, start a gratitude journal. Number 2, treat yourself. I see the way you're looking at me already. Treat yourself to some self-care every day. Start every morning strong. 4, avoid spreading gossip. 5, crack more jokes. 6, take real breaks. 7, have something to look forward to after work. 8, practice meditation. 9, focus on the long term instead of the short term. And 10, listen to music that matches your mood. Initial thoughts?
I think we should stop doing blogs after this. No.
Damn.
No, but
yeah, thanks guys for tuning in.
Initial thoughts. I can respect some of the points. Some of the points sound kind of foolish.
Yeah. That's why I was.
The first point sounds foolish. Say that. What was the first point again?
Start a gratitude journal.
Yeah. No, okay. Let me not say it's foolish because I can see that being a good idea.
Yeah.
Especially, I can see that being a good, like writing down the things you're grateful for in life. I can see how that can bring positivity towards you. Right?
Yeah, because I think in most people's lives, you kind of get bogged down by thinking of the negatives and focusing on the negatives, where you kind of ignore the good things that are happening.
Yeah.
So I think keeping a gratitude journal would actually help in kind of zeroing in on the positives and making sure that you do appreciate it and you're not taking it for granted.
Yeah, I can believe that, but it was also like people who have like negative thoughts, I believe, are sometimes can like sit in delusion, right?
Yeah.
So even when they're being grateful, they might not be honest with that gratitude, and that's why I think it's a good idea, but it's like Yeah, it seems like a subsection of trying to go to a positive mindset.
Yeah, well, it definitely is a subsection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like some of the other stuff, I could believe that if that was the first thing you did and you just did that, like for meditation, like if you just did that for 6 months, and just meditated every day for 6 months, I could imagine that would make you like have a more positive mindset than if you did a gratitude journal for every day for 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, I can see both arguments. I can see how writing down every single time, every good thing that's happening every day, and forcefully looking for the good in every single day would kind of make you look at the good in a bad situation as well.
Yeah,
it kind of train your mind into looking for the good aspects in a bad situation.
Okay, yeah. Actually, yeah, you convinced me of that point. You have convinced me of that point.
Let's see what
what's
Swetha,
the
Big
sweetheart
Sweat has to say. She speculates or stipulates that there's so much to be grateful in life. I agree. There's so much to be grateful for in life. So why not remind yourself of that on a daily basis? A gratitude journal is a wonderful way to stay positive every day. Once a day, you jot down at least 3 aspects of your day for which you feel thankful. Whatever you want to write is up to you. All that matters is that you're remembering to feel grateful every day. And she says that by retraining your mind to think about all the good things in your life, you can develop a more positive outlook.
Yeah. No, it's convinced me. But actually, right now, say 3 things you're grateful for in your life. Can you do that?
Yeah, I'm grateful for this podcast.
Okay, that's one.
I'm grateful for, I think, my job.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm grateful for my friends.
That's beautiful.
Friendship. Being able to, communicate with people. Yeah.
That's good, man.
What are you?
Me, actually today I saw my grandmother. I'm grateful for her, man. Whenever I see my grandma, all I ever think is how, like, I think it's so amazing, because I have like a big family, right? Like, that's just my mum's mum.
Yeah.
And from that side alone, she's had 9 children.
Right.
I believe, 9 children, only 8 now because one of them died. And, but each of those 8 have at least 3 children.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's all I think is, when we're all in a room, I just think all these people came from this one woman.
Yeah. It's a bit nuts.
It's crazy. There's like 36 of us, and we all came because of this one woman.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for her, for my existence.
Yeah.
And I can never let that be gone. And then, my parents as well. Yeah. Because honestly,
big love, shout out.
Yeah. I feel like they're the people I honestly take for granted the most.
Yeah.
I honestly take for granted the most. And probably finally, my friends. And I really want to talk about this episode, my friends, because I recently came to the realization, I feel like I've pushed, or like I have like a unknowingly negative view about my friends because I have a negative view of myself.
Maybe you should start a gratitude journal. Maybe.
It might help. I might start. Hey, honestly, I knocked it first, but it's growing on me. Let's go to the next point.
Yeah. Number 2. Treat yourself to some self-care every day.
I can believe that. Yeah.
Do you treat yourself? Do you have any routines? Anything that you do? Self-care?
Yeah. I have some beard routines.
Yeah,
because I'm trying to grow this beard.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. It's almost there.
Lay it down. What'd you do?
Normally,
how do you treat yourself? How do you pamper yourself? On a relaxing day.
Normally, if I wash my face, I have a beard shampoo.
Yeah.
Put that in. On like top tier day, I then derma roll it to get some growth, get some blood flowing in there.
Of course.
And then I'll probably wait I then wash it just with warm water. Yeah. Then I'll put some minoxidil there to help with the growth.
Of course.
Then I'll leave that for like 10 minutes. Then I'll put this like cream I have that apparently helps stimulate growth. Bought on Amazon. I don't know how good it is, but it's helpful.
Did you read the reviews?
I didn't read. I think I never read reviews. I remember. I remember.
That must be freeing.
Yeah. I remember.
I'm shocked by reviews.
What's it called? One girl I used to know. She was always shocked. I am shocked. I didn't read reviews ever.
I am very shocked.
Because like she was on reviews. Like she was like, I'm not buying anything unless I've seen like 10 reviews.
Yeah. And I'm very similar.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, because firstly, I don't buy a lot of stuff.
That's fair.
I don't buy a lot of stuff.
When you're a serious expert in the field.
when you buy a lot of stuff, and reviews to start to. I don't buy a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like the thing I buy most commonly is food.
Okay, you don't really need to review.
Yeah, you don't need to review food really. Maybe sometimes if you're going to like a high end restaurant, see if it's really worth it.
Yeah,
but I'm like, I'll get there. It's food is food, honestly.
Yeah. So how bad can it be?
Honestly, it won't be. Sometimes it won't be amazing, but it'll never be really awful.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I haven't had anything where I just think this is awful, other than Brussels sprouts.
Can't lie, they hate it's unwarranted.
Yeah, but apparently they're good. But so yeah, so that's self care, and then I put on oil, and I just leave it at that.
That's fair. Yeah,
I want to get a skin routine though.
It's good. I'll tell you through mine.
Let's say your skincare routine.
So, it's on a wash day.
Okay.
Got a wash days and you got an everything day. So I just do an everything day. And everything day is skin, hair, beard. So every sort of 5-6 days, the hair, the beard, and the face wash will align, and that's what called everything day.
Oh, okay.
Because I do beard every 3 days.
Okay.
Hair every once a week.
Okay.
So like every 6-7 days.
Cool.
And then skin like proper like once every 5 days or so.
Oh, okay.
So every so often they will align.
They'll align. Yeah.
So I'll take you through an everything day. Everything day is like probably 45 minutes to an hour. In the morning. I like to do it in the morning because I like feeling great the rest of the day. So I'll start from top to bottom. Start with the hair. So I've got a shampoo and a special type of not sponge. It's like a tangle teaser. It's like a detangler, but it's just meant to reach your scalp.
Okay.
So it's just so I get a shampoo and rub it into my head. Like onto the scalp and make sure I got everything. Yeah. Rinse that off. Yeah. And get the conditioner in. And then I'd make sure I'm stretching every bit to the end. I'm trying to grow the top of my hair out so I can twist it. So I'll be stretching it all out. Pick it out. Rinse it out. And then hair mask. Hair mask will come in. All of this is like shea moisture because I don't like Head and Shoulders, and I feel like it dries out my head.
Okay,
but that I feel like I've had a lot of success with because I feel like my hair's been much more healthy looking after I start doing all of that. Then rinse it out, do-rag on, make sure I retain the moisture for about 45 minutes to an hour afterwards. So once I've done that, do-rag on and I do the rest of myself.
Oh, okay.
And then it's skin, ice cold first. Yeah. Rinse everything off.
Let air dry. You let air dry, or do you use a towel to dry your face after?
I use a what's it called, washcloth.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so I just rinse it out, then wash again. So ice cold water first, and then really, really hot water to open my pores.
Okay.
And then I kind of like steam my face.
Okay.
Yeah, just to kind of get the pores. Doing something.
Yeah.
Because I saw it in a video somewhere, so I was like, this sounds good.
Yeah, TikTok be killing my people.
Honestly, but I'm here for it. I'm thriving because of it.
Yeah.
Then once that's done, cream. Oh no, sorry, not cream. The moisturizing face wash or something like that.
Okay.
Wash my face. Rub it off again, and then rinse.
Okay. Yeah.
And then that's face done. I'll moisturize it, and I'll get onto the beard. Or start with the beard shampoo. Use the thing that I use on my head on this. Make sure it's got into each bit. Then I'll derma roll. And then I'll get the beard oil on. Done all of that. Make sure I brush everything out. Make sure I get it to the last bits.
I do brush it. Yeah.
Brush it a lot. I do a lot of brushing.
Yeah.
And then once that's done, I will beard balm.
Oh yeah, that's the thing I mean. Yeah, beard balm with that little thing.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
The oil.
Beard balm. And then a little moisturizing spray.
Oh, cool.
And then we're good. And then after all of that, I will undo my do-rag, rinse out my head, and then I'll be done.
Oh, great. How long does that take you then?
The whole thing,
like
probably
2
an hour.
hours?
No, probably an hour.
Only an hour?
Because the hair is only like 10-15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But the do-rag is on for the rest of everything else.
Yeah, okay.
So it's the thing that takes me the longest, I think, is the beard, to be honest. Because I soak my hair for like 10 minutes. And then it's just shampoo, conditioner, hair mask. That's not really that long. And
would you say that's made you have a more positive outlook?
Oh, definitely. On and everything that I feel amazing.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Sure,
after all of that.
After you feel clean, you just...
Yeah, there's something about
life just feels good.
Yeah. So definitely self-care.
Maybe I was being too harsh on this blog. She's coming out with great points. She's coming out with great points.
Swetha, shout out you.
Yeah.
So she said, to keep moving forward with a positive attitude, it's essential that you take a step back and treat yourself to something special. Self-care doesn't always have to involve a nighttime soak in the bath with candles and a glass of wine, although that does sound lovely too. Consider the ways you can unwind, de-stress, and have some you time. Some examples are doing a face mask. I forgot about face mask. Do you do a face mask?
You do a face mask?
Yeah. Watching a movie, baking, reading, calling a friend, getting takeout, or even just saying no to plans and instead staying in. No matter what it is, you should get into the habit of practicing something every day. By allowing yourself these moments of rest, you can ensure a more positive attitude when you're on the work grind.
Yeah, I've misjudged this blog. She's coming up with good points.
She's got gems in here, and we're only on point 3.
Honestly, humbly, I apologize.
That's
I
right.
underestimated your game.
Come on, Swetha. Got this. Well, it's probably Sweater.
I don't know.
Damn, I'm actually going to have to Google this. Cool. 3, start every morning strong. I feel like that links a lot with the second one. Just because...
No, because you can do your self-care routine
whenever you want. True. Yeah. So start every morning strong. It's easy to maintain a positive attitude all day if you implement it right after opening your eyes in the morning. Do you have a morning routine?
No.
You just wake up and then just...
I just wake up and brush my teeth.
Yeah.
That's probably it. I want to try and get into making my bed, but recently I've been a mess, so that's not been
really.
Happening.
Yeah, I think I wake up.
But when I did make my bed every day, I did, because I feel like starting your morning strong is good for a positive mentality, because like starting your day off with a victory just makes you feel good.
It does. Like
saying you're gonna do something and then doing it just makes you feel good. Like when I said I'm gonna wake up, make my bed every day, and I did it. Yeah, the days just felt better.
Yeah, I bet they did. Makes sense.
I was like, because remember when I was really in that work ethic bounce back where I made my bed, took my vitamins, and did all that. I was feeling very positive.
Yeah, that's fair. Why'd you stop? Just because you ran out of vitamins?
I lost my vitamins, and then it was just downhill. It was just a slippery slope. I lost one bottle of vitamins. Yeah, and then I was just like, what's the point? Yeah, that's the point anymore. Like this is gone now. This the whole feng shui. Yeah. Feng shui. Yeah, it's feng shui. The whole feng shui was ruined. Yeah, the
whole flow was gone. Yeah, no, I understand that. That's fair.
But I can respect that. Yeah.
So every morning strong. I don't really have a morning routine. I did have one, but it's like an everything day would be a morning routine, but it's not everything day every day. Yeah. So like some days it's just hair, some days it's just beard, sometimes it's just face. So kind of would have a morning routine. But
do you have a dream morning routine? I do.
Dream morning routine. What
like a morning routine. I want to do, like it's a morning routine. I think is just so like I said, I do a lot of things that I think is cool. I feel like this is the coolest morning routine day that I can imagine having. Yeah. Where I like wake up, at like maybe 5:30 a.m., 6 a.m., right? Yeah. I do yoga for like 30 minutes. Okay. Yeah. I then meditate for like 20 minutes. Yeah. I woke up at 5:30. So like 6:30. Yeah. I've meditated, done yoga. I then eat. Yeah. 10-15 minutes, then I go to the gym for an hour. Right. So then by 7:45 I've done yoga, meditated, eaten, and gone to the gym. Yeah. And then I can shower. Yeah. And get into my day. Right. I imagine like I've made my bed and stuff like that. And I just feel that's a pristine morning routine. Yeah. That like when this life that I imagine of order, which I've never had, because I don't know, my life is just chaos. Right. And like that life of order, I imagine like that's the way the day should start. Yeah. Because I want to get into yoga because I want to become more flexible and my muscles don't strain as much. Gym, just gain strength. Meditation, clear the mind. Yeah.
Have you taken any steps towards that dream routine?
I've meditated every now and again. Yeah. I've tried yoga. I tried yoga like a year ago. And it caused me to get vertigo from my MS, so I didn't try again. Right, but I feel like my treatment's been going well, so I might try that again. Yeah, I should just be more zen. It's not less. It's not zen. It's more lenient with my body on the kind of positions I should be getting into as a beginner.
Okay, right. You're pushing yourself a bit too hard.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Where like the blood flow to my head would happen a bit too quick, and then the room's spinning.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's like a dream pristine start to the day.
Yeah.
maybe incorporate a walk to that, but maybe I'll walk to the gym or something, like just or a cycle. But yeah.
I mean, I think for me, a dream morning routine would be something similar. I think I'd wake up. I mean, I already do wake. I'm a morning. Are you a morning person? Evening person?
I'm a night owl.
You're a night owl.
Right, that's why I hate that we do work during the day.
That's true. I mean, technically, we don't have to.
No, but like, there's just the way society's functions.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just people want to be free and go out and about during evenings.
Mm-hmm.
Like if people wanted to like link up in the morning and do stuff, and then afterwards go do work, that would probably suit the way I work much better.
Yeah, that's fair. If you had something that you were able to work your own hours,
but
a bit independent.
Because like
from
at uni, I like the times I was most productive was
night.
Yeah, like 10 p.m. after.
Yeah, till when though?
Like 2 a.m. 2 a.m. to maybe actually sometimes it's like 4 or 5 a.m.
Yeah, and then it kind of like crumbles.
Yeah. Then I just go to sleep. Yeah. But like those times, like I was doing great work then.
It's gonna be quite interesting to dive into why that would be.
What do you mean?
Why you'd be a morning person or why you're a night owl? Do you know?
I would no. And the thing is, I'm just like I'm not a morning person. Like I'm.
No, I mean obviously you can function in the morning.
No,
it's just you function best later on. I find it really interesting that different people function better at different times.
Yeah.
Like, why is it that I function better in the morning than someone else, and why do I hate working late at night?
It's probably to do with like just like a cycle of like a body cycle of understanding when things are happening to it.
What, the circadian rhythm?
Yeah, it's like because like your body doesn't really know whether it's day or night. It just knows when there's stuff it needs to do.
Yeah, it's got various signals.
Just various signals of like there's stuff it needs to do, whether it's day or night. Yeah. And it's just from a while, from like years ago, I had the habit of working later at night or just being active and doing things later at night and being more lethargic during the day.
Yeah.
It's just a cycle that's appeared throughout years, and because of that, it's just stuck to now the point where I'm more comfortable working at night.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because like I don't know, I'm more comfortable like working than going to sleep. I don't want to like working and then realizing there's still like a whole day ahead of you. I can see like that's sometimes enjoyable. Yeah, but sometimes I'm like I can't be bothered now.
Yeah. One quality of work suffers because of it.
Yeah,
either the stuff you're doing beforehand or the day ahead of you.
Yeah, I've grinded for 3 hours and it's 11 a.m.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
that's fair.
Like that just seems so like so much of the day is left now.
Yeah.
And it's weird, but like, cause like if I grind for 3 hours at night, I'm like I can go to sleep feeling like
you've earned it.
Yeah, it's like I've earned this rest.
Yeah.
But I work 3 hours hard in the morning. The rest of the day still ahead of me. I got more stuff to do. Yeah, maybe it's just that way of thinking I have.
Because I see it as momentum.
Yeah,
I see it's building momentum.
Yeah, I can 100%. I can 100% understand that as well.
Like at night, I've run out of steam.
Yeah, I can 100% understand that.
Yeah. Interesting.
Because I love naps as well.
Oh yeah,
so
I don't nap.
Yeah, so it's like I would like even then in the morning if I do 3 hours of sleep, I'm taking a nap after.
That's fair.
Like I just like that's how my body works, isn't it? So I assume that's maybe why it's gone to that night owl thing because I'm used to working sleep.
Yeah.
So it's just like that maybe.
Yeah. That's the way you segmented it.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Interesting. So I was gonna say my morning routine, like the ideal one, because I'm a morning person, would be trying to get as much as I can done in the morning. So I'd wake up, then do my routine with probably hair, face, beard. Try and do as much as I can. Then go to the gym. Well, actually, I'd go to the gym first, then do all of that. Then probably drink a huge tub of water or something. Maybe put it in my little. I've got a really nice tumbler with a straw that I drink everything from.
Have you seen the structured water thing that's been going on?
I've not seen one of those, but I've heard people talk about it.
Yes, because it was weird because one podcast I listened to a lot, Free Shots Tequila, right? They had a doctor on. Yeah. And he started talking about it. And then like, I think 2 years later, I saw like a short of another doctor talking about it, right? So it's this thing where water is like meant to have minerals in it, right? Yeah. For your body to absorb. So like the water like you drink standardly, like this glass of water, yeah. So that's just gonna get peed out. and not be absorbed by your body because it's not structured for your body to absorb it.
Okay.
So like stuff like fruit has structured water in it.
Okay.
So you absorb more of the water from fruit than you do from a glass of water.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's like the theory behind it,
Uh-huh.
because you need the minerals that happen. That's why a lot of people like they put like what's that, Barocca and things like that in their water and mix it in, because that adds minerals to the water, so your body absorbs the water much better, and that will hydrate you a lot more. Because they're like people drink a lot of water, and then you realize you just go to the toilet a lot.
Yeah.
Like you don't feel dehydrated, but you're not as hydrated as you really think you are, because you're really just peeing out a lot of your water.
Right. That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Yeah, it's like this structured water thing, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I quite like that.
But yeah,
that's a good one. Start your morning strong. Number 4, yikes.
Avoid spreading gossip.
Avoid spreading gossip. It's not me though. But to many, gossip is their bread and butter. However, the mere act of saying things, whether or not they are true, behind someone's back that you wouldn't say to their face, is negative. In the workplace, gossip leads to an unstable, unsafe, and disagreeable environment. After all, if you're spreading rumors about your co-workers, chances are they're doing the same about you. Yikes.
Yeah. The thing about this, is to this day, I'm always surprised when I hear people talk about me when I'm not around. Because I feel like I'm just an NPC to people, you know? Where
in many ways you are.
Yeah. Where I don't render in. Like, so, like, and I also think it's because that's how I see other people around me.
Right.
Where it's like, if I'm not around you, I don't think of you too tough, so I don't really think to talk about you.
Yeah, okay.
So, like, and this gossip thing, I was never a fan of gossip, so I always try to do this thing where if I say it behind your back, I'll just say it to your face.
Yeah.
Just so
makes it easier.
Yeah, just so you can't say I gossiped about you.
Yeah.
Because I've told you this already, and now I'm just telling other people the thing I told you.
Yeah, exactly. Like you already heard this. This is nothing new to you.
Like what's it called? Like one person was like, "Oh, what's it called? You were bitching about me." I was like, "No. This story I told you already.
Yeah. I told you first.
I told you this story, and I'm telling other people this story.
Yeah.
And because they're seeing you in a bad light because of the story I told you already, that's not my problem.
No, that's your fault.
I told you the exact same story. So I can understand like how spreading gossip can form like a negative mindset, because I feel like I don't know if gossip's ever positive.
No, not really, because it doesn't really have the same effect. I don't think the whole act of gossip is talking behind someone's back.
That's why
you don't really compliment people behind their back.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, people do compliment behind their back, but I don't know, because it's never called gossip though. Like, I feel like gossip is just such a negative connotation in itself.
Yeah, it has a lot of stigma attached to it, but I think it's a negative word in itself.
Like,
I think,
like, if let's say Sean, right? Let's say if all I ever talked to you about Sean was compliments, you would never say I was gossiping about Sean.
No, I'd say you're complimenting Sean.
Yeah,
or talking Sean up.
Yeah. Which is it's just so weird to me how gossip is such a negative thing, because me like talking behind his back with saying positive things, it's still me gossiping about him. It's just
I've got the definition of gossip up.
That's what is it.
So gossip is idle talk or rumor, especially about the personal or private affairs of others. The act is also known as dishing or tattling. So yeah, inherently it's a bad thing.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Which makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you think, and the idea of gossip makes people have a negative mindset. I can see that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a big thing with gossip is normally it's a lot of people like blaming like external factors.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you blame stuff, you just start growing a negative mentality inherently.
Yeah.
Like when things aren't your fault, I feel like it makes you think more negatively.
Yeah, I can see that. I also think it's about holding on to things that you don't need to.
Yeah.
In a certain situation.
Gossip's kind of petty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like you don't need to focus on this right now.
Yeah.
Why are you focusing your energy on this? This person's not even here.
Yeah.
They're not going to defend themselves. You just want to vent, get it off your chest.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what Swetha thinks. It can be hard to avoid gossip, but simply refuse to get involved. If someone tries to reveal a dramatic story about a co-worker, decline and tell them you'd rather not participate. While that may feel odd, you'll actually find that you feel lighter when you're not carrying the weight of secrets. Do you keep secrets?
Do
you feel iffy about keeping secrets?
I'm trying to think. I don't really keep secrets, but I do remember at uni there was a big issue because I'm the kind of person, like I said, I tell you if I tell you to your face and I say it behind your back, right? So I assume other people are similar like that. Well, that's what I used to assume. I now know that it's not, because I've learned through social experience that it's not like that.
Yeah.
And that so now I tell people, like, when people are telling me things, I'm like, is it okay if I bring this up to the aforementioned person or to other people? Because I need to know that. Yeah. Because I will just say it in conversation and all of a sudden it's an issue.
Yeah. You need to know whether it's
I need to know if this is
acceptable socially.
Because the way you're speaking about it to me, I'll speak about it to someone else, speak about it to the person, because we just had a conversation. Like, I didn't know it was a secret. And like I said, I'm not very good at lying.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, it's just like it's too stressful for me.
Yeah. Keeping up with it, following. Yeah, okay.
I just need to be honest, and then I can move on with my life.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I don't know but I also feel like this, like, especially the co-worker thing, because I feel like people might look down upon you because you think you're above them, because you don't like participate in these things. You think it's below you.
Yeah, I see that. But then also it kind of makes your life a lot easier.
Oh yeah.
It makes your life so much easier.
100%.
If they don't even want to include you in it in the first place, then surely your life becomes much less negative inherently.
Yeah. Ignorance is just bliss, man.
Yeah. And then you don't even have to worry about, this so-and-so's got beef with so-and-so because of this, and this. You don't have to harbour all that information.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you are just in your own lane, doing your own thing, being happy. And then you can have your little everything day, come in, feeling on top of the world. And then you can't be dragged down by, I'm going to be stressed because I need to modulate how I speak because her and him are in beef right now. So I can't speak to him because I can't think of what this person's going to think about.
And the thing is, it's crazy because this is slightly what I think I'm not even that good of a friend sometimes, you know? Because like, I'll have two friends who I know don't really like each other. Yeah. But I'll invite them to the same thing because they're both my friends.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Like this is like, that's just weird because a lot of people like want, like, you know, my enemies to be your enemies and that. But I'm really just not on that.
Nah.
And I feel like, it's weird. So, because this like gossiping, like these guys gossip about each other to me, right?
Yeah, okay. And yeah, I've been in that situation.
They gossip about each other to me. And the way I am, I'm always, I don't know why I'm like this yet, but I always offer the other side. Yeah. Like, respective of how I feel about a topic. So when they're like,
devil's advocate?
Yeah, I'm always a devil's advocate, even if I don't even agree with it. Even because most of the time I don't really care. So I'm just like, let me just say like the other side. But I've not. The more I do it, the more I realize people don't care about other opinions. They just want to vent most of the time. Yeah. So, but I'm just like, that's why now recently, but like with these like the different friends I have that might not like each other. Yeah. I'm just like, it is what it is. Like, I understand you don't like them. I personally have no issue with them. And I'll invite you both to the same thing, and I'll tell both of you that person you potentially don't like is going to be there. I'll leave the decision up to you, whether you want to come or not. Okay. Sometimes they just both don't come, and nothing. And it just is what it is.
Yeah. You've offered your piece.
Yeah. I've done what I can.
Yeah. It's up to you guys. Yeah. Hash it out. Do your thing.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So that was number 4, forward spreading gossip. Number 5, my forte.
Cracking jokes.
Crack more jokes. Naturally, I just think I like to offer comedy relief in certain situations. I feel like sometimes when a situation is really, really high strung, I just make a joke out of it. Whether or not the joke is well received. I think I talked about this in a really, really earlier episode.
Yeah.
That I like to
tick people off.
Not tick people off. Offer a space that a person can either laugh at me or at the situation. Yeah,
you did say that. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. Me, I don't even know, because am I funny? I feel like I'm not, I feel like I'm funny, but I'm not like I don't crack jokes.
So you're not class clown funny?
No, I am class clown funny, but it's by my being. is class clown funny? Not like the things I say. Like I don't say like jokes. I don't think I could be a comedian.
Right.
I can't do punchlines and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm not really that quippy.
Okay.
But it's just the essence of how I live makes people laugh, you know.
Right. What? So people laughing at you?
Yeah. Cause I'm a bit of a fraud, right?
Bit of a fraud. Yeah.
Like the Fraudwatch is like it's just me living my life is funny to people sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Nah. I see that.
And it's just, and I feel like and knowing that within myself, I feel like makes you just more positive. Like knowing the way I live my life brings joy to people.
Yeah.
Does make me have a positive outlook on it.
Okay.
Because there are times where I'm just doing something I'm like something like crazy is happening. Like could be seen very negatively. I'm like, this would be a funny story.
Yeah. I see that. Article says, humor truly is the best medicine. Laughter has some great short-term results on your mindset and body. I think so. According to the Mayo Clinic, laughter can increase endorphins, relieve stress, and release tension. That's why I think a post-work sesh where there's lots of laughter, everyone having a good time. I think sometimes it's like a really not sobering moment, but like a moment where I feel really appreciative of the friends that I have. I feel like when you're laughing around, having a great time, it just kind of, you feel like nothing else exists at that time. And when you're like, sometimes I have really deep calls with like a friend I have, right? And then we'll be talking and we'll be laughing for a long, long time. And then sometimes I'm just like, wow, that felt really, really good. I'm really, really appreciative of that time. And I'll be in a really positive mood for the rest of the day or the rest of this, day, I guess. Yeah. So it feels really good. So I understand exactly what they mean by crack more jokes. Laughter is a really good remedy. So yeah, I completely understand that.
Yeah, I'm gonna hear. Honestly, I do need to apologize. This blog is good.
Thank you.
I judged too early. Early. I'm actually very sorry. I
got some biological listeners here, so this next paragraph they might like this. So in the long term, laughter and the positive thoughts associated with laughter can release neuropeptides, which fight stress and other serious illnesses. Don't know whether we need to call a fact check on that, but I'll take it at face value. It can also help you cope with difficult situations and make you feel happier. By cracking more jokes, you can make humor out of potentially negative situations at work, and at the same time, prepare your body and mind for a more positive outlook. Leads us on to number 6. Take real breaks. You take breaks? Are you a break person, or do you like to get everything done and then you said you like to work and then you go to bed? Technically, a nap would be a break.
Yeah. I'm a big believer in breaks.
Yeah,
especially because it's like scientifically backed up that taking breaks is the best way to be productive. Yeah, and I don't know, and probably it would help with positivity as well.
Definitely would. Sometimes, from A-level days, not A-level. Actually, I'll go to uni. Uni will probably be more relatable. Uni, where third year, the grind, where you do various all-nighters or all-dayers in the library, where you just be grinding from morning to evening, and then you would like forget about the time. You forget about, sometimes in silent study, I'd be there for 5-6 hours, right, non-stop. And I just know I felt so grim after like the 4th or 5th day of doing that. It was overwhelming. I felt slow. I felt lethargic. I felt like within myself, and I was always stressed out. When I started managing my workload into 1 hour, maybe 90-minute sessions, and having like a 15-20 minute break in between sessions, I felt like I retained a lot more information and a lot more knowledge, and I felt like it wasn't so overwhelming. If I just refreshed my scenery every 20 minutes or so, went to a different floor, went from silent study to group study, then back to silent study, I felt like I was able to kind of reset before doing my next stint of revision, which was like, I only figured it out sort of 2 weeks into the revision as well, where I thought I really boosted my ability to learn and my ability to like take on a new concept. So that's why I think taking real breaks definitely helps with the positivity. And it didn't seem so, I didn't seem to catastrophize as much as I did beforehand. So I definitely see the positivity in taking real breaks.
Yeah. honestly, yeah, it's just a positive thing,
Mm-hmm.
and because I feel like the thing with positive mindset mostly, right,
Mm-hmm.
is what do you think comes first? Like, is it doing positive things to make a positive mindset, or having a positive mindset will make you do positive things?
I think it depends. I think you can have a bit of both. Because
Okay.
I think sometimes people mistake motivation for not mistake motivation, but some people rely on motivation to do something. Like say going to the gym. I don't know if I've said this before in the pod, but motivation shouldn't be the reason you do something. It should be discipline. And then if you are disciplined to do something without the motivation, that can get you feeling a certain way. So if you use something to get you into a good mood, then that can probably spark your good mood. Instead of waiting for some motivation to go to the gym, force yourself to go to the gym to get the motivation. It's kind of it's backwards thinking, but it works.
Yeah.
And it's really odd.
It really,
Counterintuitive is the word I was looking for.
Yeah, it is a discipline thing. So I think I said it before, the quote from like Keith Dubé, where he's like, I wake up, I don't like how I look when I look in the mirror, so I go to the gym.
That's fair.
I wake up.
Yeah.
Another day, I wake up, I like how I look in the mirror, so I go to the gym.
Yeah.
It's just a discipline thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. But yeah, breaks are needed.
Definitely.
Because honestly, it's like it's the burnout, isn't it? Otherwise you get burnt out. But
exactly.
even like Mr. B says, like he just works till he gets burnt out, then takes a break.
That's fair.
But he takes a break
monster,
regardless. He takes a break regardless.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Taking breaks.
Next one.
So number 7, we've got have something to look forward to after work. I think this is kind of playing on the reward center of the brain. So you know about dopamine and about how doing something rewarding kind of boosts your dopamine levels. And then so say finishing your gym workout, leaving the gym, you feel boosted and feel great. Got the endorphins and everything's feeling wonderful. So I feel like when you kind of train yourself into looking for something good after doing something stressful, you can kind of trick your brain into feeling more positive about it afterwards.
Okay, I can believe that. It's a bit like a dog with a treat.
Yeah. And a lot of people do it without realizing that they'll do something that they don't really like, but they listen to music.
Okay.
And that is kind of already in. So you say you're washing the dishes or something, right? When I wash the dishes, I listen to music because I like listening to music. I don't like doing dishes, but because I'm listening to music that I do like, I'll wash the dishes.
Okay.
So it's kind of that it's playing on that kind of thing.
Yeah, okay, I get what you mean.
I'm getting a dopamine boost from the music. I don't get a dopamine boost from doing the dishes, but I'll do the dishes because I can listen to music.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I've got like no point about that, but I'm just trying to think for this positive mindset of having something to look forward to after work.
Yeah.
Like
if
like I don't know, because don't other people have like a negative mindset because they hate their jobs?
Yeah.
So,
say you've got a really, really long day at work.
Yeah.
Right. You've got meetings that you're dreading. You can maybe schedule something after that day that's going to get you through the day. So you're going to be like, okay, well, I've got to get through this meeting. I've got to get through this. Okay, I'm not going to like this. But at least at the end of this day, I'm going to a restaurant. I'm going out with some people. So I just get through this day. I can get to this reward. Like, it makes me think, okay, it's not going to be all doom and gloom. I'm not going to have this day. I'm going to go home and then sulk about this day.
I'm
going to go through this day and then I'm going to go out and have fun. I'm going to go out and see some friends.
Yeah. I'm a very in the moment, because I'm a very in the moment person. And I like the minute something's passed, I'm like, that's like, it's past.
Do you not like look forward to something?
Do I look forward to stuff? I don't think so.
No.
Like I do, but I don't. It's like I always use my best example of this is my graduation. Like I wasn't really excited for it, but the minute I was in there, I was ecstatic. And the minute it passed, I was like, that was pretty cool. And I moved on.
Fair
like I remember people asking, are you excited for your graduation? I was like, no, not really.
Nothing.
But when you saw me the day, I was hyped.
Yeah. That's good in itself as well.
Yeah, and then the day's over and it was back to work.
So on to the next.
Yeah.
On to the next. Fair enough.
So, is what it is, man.
I mean, so you may be tired after a long day of work, but having something planned after 5 p.m. can make the day look a little brighter. Whether it be with your co-workers, family, or friends, a night of fun can make the day go by a lot faster. It's kind of what I was getting onto.
That's true. That's
kind of like when you have something good to look forward to at the end of the day, you kind of think, okay, cool. Lovely. 5 p.m. finally, we got something good.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm gone. It's number 8, something you wanted to talk about. It's practice meditation.
Yeah.
So how do you meditate? You said you did it a few times. Here and there.
I don't think is I feel like I'm not a very good person to teach meditation.
Right.
Because
but just what do you do?
All I do is I either sit down or lie down.
Mm-hmm.
I set if sometimes I might want to do it for time, but sometimes I want to see how long I can do it for.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to do recently. Yeah. I'll go into that. But so what I standardly do is set like a 10-20 minute timer, then sit down, lie down, close my eyes, and just focus on my breathing.
Right.
And then after a certain point, you keep doing that and you just think of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the alarm goes off.
That's fair.
That's just me.
Yeah.
But one thing I have been trying to do recently is to improve my focus. Is try to just not do anything for a while and like focus on one spot or focus on one thing for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Because I was listening to Andrew Huberman, the neuroscientist, and he was talking about how the reason people struggle to focus is because for a lot of people, focus isn't a thing they practice.
Okay.
Because like the way humans work is that if you do, I can't remember. I think I saw a clip of something or somewhere where it's like, if you do something 18 minutes a day for a year, you'll be better than 95% of people at that thing. So it's just that thing of just practice. And like there's like a manga I read about baseball, right?
Okay.
And there was one quote in it that always stuck with me. And the guy wrote it on his book, and it was practice makes permanent.
Yeah.
It doesn't make perfect, it makes permanent.
Yeah.
Like, so if you just, so I want to try this thing of practicing to focus to the point where then if I need to do work, I can easily lock into focusing because I've practiced it for ages. So I tried this new thing of just staring at a point for as long as possible. Yeah. And the minute I get distracted, I'm like, okay, I failed that one. I see how long I lasted.
That's fair.
I'm trying to get up to 2 minutes. I think I'm on like 35 seconds. Because when I say focus on that, I mean, not even my thoughts can derive from this thing. It's like I'm focused on this bit of the wall. The minute I think of something else, I failed.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, that's not really meditation, but that's a new thing I'm trying to do. Yeah. To practice focus. Which leads on to the next one.
It does.
But let's read what she has to say about meditation first.
Practicing meditation can do a lot to decrease stress and anxiety, as well as improve mental and spiritual health. Proper meditation can decrease workplace anxiety for those in high-pressure work environments, such as in customer support or service. Even 5 minutes a day is a great start to a meditation routine. Practice deep breathing and clearing your mind. Simple methods like this are effortless and will help you find balance in your life, as well as let go of the negativity and stress that you may experience on a daily basis.
And just to add something, the first time I meditated and I did it right, I did feel amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
So you can definitely see the positives.
Like the first time I did it, I remember because I jumped straight onto a PlayStation party afterwards, and I was like, guys, I just meditated and I honestly feel amazing.
Great. Yeah.
Like I don't understand why I feel so good. I just feel amazing. But yeah.
Okay. Number 9, we've got focus on the long term instead of the short term. So like thinking big picture.
Yeah, I don't see. The thing is, this is a double-edged sword. Yeah. Because if you spend if you hit that long-term goal and it's not what you expected, you can get hit with a massive what's it called? Calm down. That's it. Where we focused 5 years on getting to this point. You've gone to this point, and you're like, now what? Like, this is it. This is not what I thought it would be. Yeah. And I always have to think in your imagination is greater than anything you'll ever experience, really. So that's why I I say I don't like have any like ambitions like something like that because I feel like I have like an ambition because I feel like any ambition I'll have, I'll probably like I'll hit it and like I always imagined it better than it would be.
Okay.
So like the minute I hit that and it's not my imagination, I just get a wave of negativity.
Right.
Because I'm like, because you start to question what was all of this for. So I don't know about aiming for like long-term goals like that. Like me, I like to think I'm quite positive, and I rarely think of far from the future. When people ask me like questions about this and that far from the future, I'm like, I'll see when I get there. Because what was it? What's that like saying where it's like anxiety comes on focusing too much on the future, and depression comes from focusing too much on the past.
Yeah, that's good actually. Yeah.
So that's why that's why I said I just try and be in the moment as much as possible. So this long term to short term thing, it just depends what kind of person you are.
Yeah.
Because some people need that long term thing to drive them.
Yeah.
To make them stay disciplined, they need something to aim for. Because I was even looking at another clip from Modern Wisdom, right? Okay. And the guy and the quote, and it was like, people die at 25, but don't get buried until they're 75.
Right.
And the guy he was talking to was saying, yeah, because after like 25, people don't have milestones anymore.
Right, I see.
And people need that milestones to know progression. Because even like my other friend I was talking to, it was like he was getting like down in the dumps because it was like the first year of his life he had gone through where like there was no change with time. It wasn't like school, uni where you went up a year just from progression of time alone.
Yeah.
I've worked this year and that's it.
Yeah.
I haven't. There's no automatic promotion. There's no automatic raising the level because time just passes. Yeah. So because and it gets to a point where I understand people need those long-term goals and those milestones to drive them forward, and I can see how this can drive a positive mindset. But I could also see how it could have the adverse effect depending on the kind of person you are. So I feel like you just need to figure out what kind of person you are for then this point to land for you.
Yeah. I think that works. That definitely is like a big thing. But I think also with like focusing on a long term outcome in staying positive in that kind of lens, it would be in the sense that if you're getting into maybe an argument, you don't want to think about the scoring the point then. You want to think about what you say now is going to affect your relationship, big picture or long term. So if we got into an argument, say, and then we're both focused on one-upping each other in the moment, that could derail our long-term relationship.
Oh, okay.
It could derail how we see each other in the long term. It could derail how we do business with each other in the future.
I fully understand the point you're making. Okay.
And then also with, say, because this kind of affects how you would have a relationship with another person and how you stay positive. So say you are kind of dishing out, maybe you're feeling really bad at the moment, and this person's kind of innocently come up to you and said something they maybe would normally do, like, hi, how are you? And then instead of your normal response, I'm good, I'm all right, you snap at them and you say, leave me alone, I've had a horrible day. That person might not want to ever say hi to you again. Now they walk past your desk in the morning and they just look away because they feel you're going to snap out. You've kind of labeled yourself long term as the person that snaps when they're having a bad day. And I completely understand what you were saying with like big picture, but I think that's two sides of it as well. So definitely, you definitely have to think about what type of person you are in terms of setting goals for yourself with the big picture. Because it's easy to get overwhelmed in thinking about big picture goals. Because if you think about the short picture, the short-term steps to get to a bigger picture, it's much more manageable. And then we talked about that in the imposter syndrome episode as well. But definitely in terms of staying positive and your mental health, mental stimulation and your mental attitude and how people perceive you, it's definitely worth thinking about my influence on someone else's mentals or mental perception of who I am and how that would change by my one reaction in the short term. Me wanting to get the short term victory in the argument. How does that benefit me long term? That kind of thing. And I think that's
one more.
What's that?
The last one is listen to music.
Yeah, listen to music that matches your mood. I don't know about this one, but I will stand to be moved, perhaps.
Yeah, let's see what she says.
Because I don't really know. Because a lot of people tell me that they listen to sad music when they're sad. Right?
Yes.
And I don't understand.
I don't understand it.
I don't get it.
I do not understand.
So I'm like, why don't you listen to happy music when you're sad?
I don't know if I can't relate to it probably because a lot of songs people say is sad. I don't even think are sad songs.
I won't even get into that.
So yeah, let's see what she has to say. But she's already converted me to her blog.
Yeah,
so.
Honestly, I'm deeply moved by some of these statements. So you've got, it seems ironic, but sad music may actually help boost your mood. Interesting. According to a research study, many people tune into sad songs as a form of mood enhancement. Many consider sad music to be beautiful, which helps people feel better. In addition, sad songs can evoke memories, distract from negative situations, and carry strong messages. See, I feel like I resonate with that, but I also think that if I listen to a sad song when I'm sad, I would just dwell on my sadness.
Yeah, I don't know because I definitely agree with the sad music to be beautiful because that's what a lot of the songs that like people say are sad I think are beautiful songs about life, right? But I don't think they're sad songs. It's not like a lot of the songs I listen to when I'm happy. Yeah, like 7 years. If I'm feeling good, I'm listening to 7 years.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, and apparently that's a very sad song, which I still to this day don't understand how that's a sad song in any way.
I think it's a deep song. I don't think it's sad. I think it's a very, very emotional song, but I don't think it's sad.
Yeah, I don't think it's sad at all. I couldn't believe it when my friend said that.
yeah.
But I understand it. I really do. Like, I honestly, this blog, I really have to say again, I'm sorry for my first judgment because I've really enjoyed this.
It's all right.
I have really enjoyed this. This was good.
So, also, if still listening, do tell us about this number 10 because I feel like I understand what it's saying, but I need some like real world experience. Yeah. Or someone to tell me why they would listen to sad music.
I know people who are like, they're sad, listen to sad songs and just start crying.
Yeah.
And
they feel good about it.
Yeah, and they need that cry.
Yeah.
And I can't relate to that. I don't understand that. That's unfathomable for my kind of mindset.
So if you do understand that, do help us out. Do let us know. Leave a comment. But from this point onwards, it's time for us to think about our personal parts. So we're going to say thanks to Sweether. And thank you for 10 creative ways to keep a positive attitude no matter what. Honestly. I was quite impressed by this article.
I was clearly impressed because I was giving it a lot of side eye.
Yeah, you're giving it the big one
when you were reading through it. But as we talked and discussed it, it all started making sense. Yeah. And that's one thing I do appreciate about discussion. That it can really enlighten you.
Yeah, it can open your mindset.
Yeah. Because I really appreciate that. That was a very eye opening point to like where clearly my way of thinking was incorrect.
It happens.
It was incorrect. Yeah. And that was really in line. That really enlightened me. That was a very well written article. I appreciate that. Yeah. That was a great find, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Cool. So now the article's done, probably into our own little bits. Yeah. So, is there any times that you can remember having like where would you say you're positive now these days, or would you say like how would you say you are?
I'd say I'm quite positive.
If it was, let's say, 1 to 10, 1 being negative, 10 being as positive as possible, where would you say?
Like optimistic, pessimistic.
Yeah. What would you say?
I'd say I'm like a 7, 6, 7. But obviously it depends on the day. But I'd say on average I'm probably like a 6, 7. But I think I tend to, in high moments of stress, revert to like a 2, 3.
Oh really?
Or like a 1 sometimes. I just don't see like a way out. I will very much catastrophize like a really big situation and just retreat within a shell. Because often I called out on it a lot. But when I'm feeling really, really stressed, I go non-verbal. And I just zone out, back out of a conversation and just stay away from everyone. Because I'm like, I'm going to do this thing to myself because I don't want to get other people involved in it. And I realize it's a really bad way to look at it, but it's something that I need to change within myself and kind of get better at kind of letting people know what's going on when I'm not feeling as positive as I should. Yeah. What about yourself? What would you rate yourself out of 10 for positivity?
I don't know, because I feel like I feel like I was even having some conversation with my friends, right? Where I feel like externally to the world, people say I'm quite a positive character, right?
Okay.
So I feel like externally I'd probably be like an 8, but internally I probably feel like a 4.
Right.
And then it raises the question, right? Where is, if like the world thinks I'm positive, but me within myself don't, which one is like, is that external view a facade?
Definitely a facade.
But
I think eventually that won't hold up anymore.
Yeah, but then there's also raised the question, like, if you do if you do something and or pretend to do something, at what point is it not just just doing it?
Yeah. I also get that. It's just I don't know how long or how feasible it is long term to keep up pretenses when it's not how you actually feel. Yeah, because in like the long run,
I'd probably say like I'm a straight 5, because I like to think I'm not like I said, I just give the other side. Yeah, like if I'm in a negative situation, I'll say the positive part of it. If I'm in a positive situation, I'll say the negative part of it. Right. It's just I always like to like manage expectations. Right. Where it's just like things, like if I'm talking to someone who's really down at the dumps, I'm like, bro, things can get better. Yeah. But if I'm talking to someone on top of the world, I'm like, be careful, because things can get bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, that makes sense. Like, that's just how I am. Yeah. And it's just because even on the way here, I was listening to an audio book of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Right. Yeah. And it was just, that was like really interesting to me, because it was like he was talking about like the negative feedback loop that you get of like you feel guilty for feeling guilty. Yeah. Or like you feel negative because you're negative. Yeah. You're like, oh, I shouldn't be feeling like this.
Yeah. I get that a lot recently.
Yeah. But like me, like in a situation where I'm like feeling negative, I'm like, it just is what it is. Like I'm just like, right now I'm being negative, and there is like I don't feel any kind of way about it. Right. It's like because a lot of the times, like whenever I'm feeling an emotion, I can't explain to you why. Really? Like, okay. I'm just happy because I'm happy. I'm just not happy because I'm not happy. Right. Sometimes there really is no trigger. It's just the mood I'm in, and I've never tried to question it deeper than that. Sometimes. Yeah. And I'm really trying to, after like listening to that, I'm really trying to do that more. Yeah. Because I've always had like a issue of like, I don't care about a lot of things, right? But I care about the fact that I don't care, because I think it's not normal. Yeah. I think I like the fact I don't care about these things. I question if like mentally I'm okay, because I'm like, people would care about this, right? Yeah. So I'm trying to get into that thing where I just don't care that I don't care. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna try.
You want to be able to react to your indifference.
Yeah. I'm not gonna try and justify why I feel indifferent. Yeah. I'm just going to feel indifferent, and that it is what it is. Yeah. Like, I don't need to explain to myself why I am the way I am. Okay. Sometimes, but sometimes it'd be good to look into yourself and maybe try and figure some things out. But the reason I'm even trying to do it is because I feel like externally people have an issue with me. I don't know if this is true or not, but from my understanding of people I've been speaking to recently and where I've been interacting with the world recently, externally people don't have an issue with me. Okay. And the issues I have are all internally within myself. And it really comes from the fact that, like, I don't care about a lot of things, but I think I should. Okay. So that's why I'm going to see that. And I wouldn't say this is like a negative or positive mindset I've been having. It's just, I'm just breaking down my like current mindset. Yeah. And I'll see what happens. Maybe find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that being able to articulate how you're feeling more would improve your your indifference to certain situation? If you were able to see a situation and instead of saying that you're feeling indifferent to it, if you're able to identify that you felt negatively towards it, would that change how you approach the situation?
No, because the reason, like, yeah, maybe yes and no, but the reason I think no originally is because what I want to articulate is why I feel indifferent.
Right.
Because like people always like people will say these things to me, but I'm like, listen, like, look, I try and break it down of how my mind works to them, right?
Yeah.
And there's just like that disconnect where they just can't get it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the minute you get this, you understand why I don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the minute because yeah, like the minute you get it, you understand why I'm indifferent to it.
Yeah.
I'm indifferent to it because there's this side and this side, and you're seeing it from like this side.
Yeah.
And I want you to understand the other side and understand how the other side is thinking the same way you are, just from an opposite end.
Yeah.
And when you look at life like that, you realize it doesn't really matter because both sides are right and both sides are wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
three sides to the story.
That's why I'm indifferent to it, because I'm sure you're right, I'm sure they're right, and I'm sure you're wrong, and I'm sure they're wrong.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter, but I can't articulate that well enough for people to understand the other side.
Okay.
To the point where they're like, okay, I get why you think like why you're thinking like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Like that, I can't articulate well enough.
So it's the indifference is caused by kind of averaging out both sides of the situation.
Sorry, the indifference comes from me just not being able to not try and see it from the other side.
Not being able to
not try and see it from the other side. So like me not being able to, when I'm in a positive situation, not to ignore that, like to not see the negative side, and when I'm in a negative situation, to not see the positive side.
Right. So it comes from you seeing both sides of the story equally each time.
Yeah, and that's where like the indifference comes from, because I understand that that at any point both sides are like, it's like Schrodinger's cat. At any point, both sides are both right and wrong.
Yeah.
So and because I think like that, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Right. I think I see what you mean now. Yeah. So you kind of think that if there are both sides to a story, right?
Yeah.
And the story in itself there's the fact, right?
Okay.
So the three sides to the story.
Yeah.
There's your side, my side, and the truth.
Yeah.
If you just see it from the truth,
but
you just act indifferent.
It's not that I see it from the truth. It's that.
Do you see it objectively?
But I can't even see it objectively because I'm seeing it from my perspective. It may seem like objective to outside, but this is just how my perspective works on it.
And is the external and the internal monologue the same for you?
What do you mean?
So you say how you're indifferent externally. Are you indifferent internally as well?
Yeah. Like I'm indifferent, like internally, like but like recently, like externally, I've just been staying silent because I've accepted that I can't articulate. Like, there's no point me going back and forth with you about this because I understand the way my mind works and the way your mind works. I can't articulate in a way that will get that your mind will understand it, just because our understanding of things is completely different and the way we break things down is not the same. So the way my mind is breaking this down for me to understand it, and even if I try and articulate it like this, it's not going to connect with you because of your understanding of how you got down to this outcome and things like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I get that. It's a very interesting perspective, I think. Because I just don't know how I'd be able to be indifferent about a lot of subjective topics, potentially. Because I know what you mean by looking at things from both perspectives. But I think I'm very, very much locked into looking at things from one way. So the way I experience something, I would look at it through that, and then I have a hard time looking at the negatives when I want to focus on the positives. I have a hard time looking at the positives when I want to focus on the negatives.
Yeah, because even then, because I think this fundamentally comes from the way I experience things is very different. Because like I said, I slightly think I suffer from depersonalization, right?
Right.
And I think I have now this clear memory of the one point where I realized this is like the way I think is different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was coming back from someplace, I parked my car and I was coming out, and like I was walking around my car to the other door to get something, and in that moment, I then saw, like, in my own head, I then saw myself, watching this play out from a third person perspective. As I was in a cinema, like watching myself walk out the car, but at the same time, I was also aware I was doing this action and also watching myself do this action.
Right.
That that was how my brain was working in this moment. It's on a random night, and I was like, I'm literally watching myself live my life, and I'm aware I'm living my life, and aware I'm watching my life, and that's just how I see things.
Right.
And because of that, I can't help but like always like not really be in it. Like, so even if someone's done me wrong, I'd be like, yeah, they did me wrong, and and honestly, it doesn't really matter to me they did me wrong, because me getting like disrespected.
Yeah.
It's like, firstly, most of the time I don't realize it's disrespect. And then even when someone explains to me that it's disrespect, I can see it how from their point, first I can see why they'd want to disrespect me, why they wouldn't realize it's disrespect, why they would do it and realize it's disrespect, what I could have done, and then I can also see it as in why none of that matters.
Okay, yeah.
I just see, it's just, because I feel like I'm watching it all from third person point of view. Yeah, there are just so many you haven't watched The Witcher, have you?
No, I've not.
So I haven't watched it either, but I was watching one review where they talk about the episode 5, right, which was the end of part 1. Okay. There was a scene, right, where they literally replayed the exact same scene, just from different angles.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And that's literally just how I see most situations.
Right.
It's the exact same thing for loads of different perspectives within my own head. Yeah. Which brings me, which I don't know, just always comes down to the point where there's all these perspectives on it, and potentially all of them are right and all of them are wrong, because it's very subjective in this opinion based bit. Yeah. So all of them are right and all of them are wrong. So it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, and because I do that, like, I don't know, that just happens instantly in my head sometimes. So I'm just like, I don't care, because it doesn't really matter. Like, it's like the Schrodinger's cat with it, where we'll never open it, so it doesn't matter if it's alive or dead. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. And that's where the indifference comes.
That's where the indifference comes from. Yeah. I don't care, because it doesn't matter. Like. Both are right and both are wrong. Yeah. Like, everyone's right, everyone's wrong. Everyone's evil, everyone's good. It just depends what perspective you're looking at it from. Yeah. And if you look at it from all the perspectives, you realize you come to the conclusion that it doesn't matter. But then it doesn't matter because it's me not caring about it originally that makes it not matter. Yeah. And then that's what I get into this loop of, should I care about something to then get to the point of,
it's almost as if you haven't assigned an emotional reaction to a situation, but you haven't assigned a reaction to a stimulus, right? Say something's supposed to happen that normally a human would be coded to react a certain way to it. It's almost like you've kind of surpassed that coding to just be like, I see it from both sides, so I'm not going to react. I don't really need to react. I don't really care about it that much. I don't have the reaction I'm going to have is not going to change anything about it, so I don't need to have it.
Yes.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Because that makes sense. Because sometimes I'm just like, there's no... Yeah. Because sometimes, like, especially... Because my friend was ranting to me about something, and showing me texts of, like, the back and forth. And I was like, I can completely understand why you feel like you've been wronged in this situation. And I can completely understand why the other person can see the exact same thing. Yeah. And it's like, normally I would go back and forth with you so that I could try and explain to you why this isn't really a big issue, because, like, I understand why you're wronged. This is why they're wronged. Yeah. Like, these are things they could have changed. These are things you could have changed. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Doesn't matter. You feel wronged.
Yeah.
You feel wronged. I don't really care. So let me just let you do your thing.
Yeah. I see that. That makes sense, yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, and I feel like that in itself has made me kind of have, like, a positive mentality. Okay. The fact that nothing really, like, when nothing matters, like is that like when nothing matters, everything matters, kind of. It's just like it's just the whole thing that's going on.
Okay.
Just the whole thing that's going on, and just me being the way I am, I just have a smile on my face because I don't know, life is good.
Yeah.
Life is good.
Okay. Yeah.
That's all I see. But like even in that so I'm not giving a fuck. It just came to like the realization, life is suffering, man. Everyone's got problems.
Yeah.
Like it's just what problems do you want to have? Because he said a great thing. He was like, Warren Buffett has money problems. The homeless guy has money problems.
Yep.
They're both money problems. They're just different kind of problems.
Yeah.
And it's just like, which one do you want to have? It's like, that's why like my life is good, but I have problems.
Yeah.
And it's just is what it is, man.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's my mentality, and I hope and I hope like that's a positive one, kind of.
Yeah. It makes sense to me.
It can be seen because it can be seen as a positive one, but also be seen as like very negative.
Yeah.
That's why I wouldn't say I'm an optimist, but I'm definitely wouldn't say I'm a pessimist.
Yeah. You just say you're a realist.
I don't know, because is that even reality what I'm talking about?
I think it is. It's just making just the depersonalization of it. The depersonalization of a circumstance makes it seem like you don't care, right? And then that can be misconstrued as you don't care about the person. You don't care about the circumstance. You don't care about the thing that's happening. You do care about the person.
Yeah.
You don't care about the thing that's happening.
Yeah, I have told my friends this. Like, I like what you're telling me. I don't care. But
that doesn't mean I don't care about you.
Yeah. It's like what you're telling me. I don't care. But I'll pretend to care because I care about you.
Right. Okay.
Like, cause you care about this, I'll try and care about this.
Right.
But honestly, this whole situation, I don't care for.
Yeah.
But I'm here for you. You're my G.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see what we can do.
Yeah. And on that, I think we should have a look at how some other people do it. We've looked at it from our points of view. So let's see what the people on planet Earth, what do they think? So we've got a Reddit for us.
Yes. Though my laptop is about to die, so I might just send you the link and you have to go through some of the comments.
The thing is, I am already there.
Oh, cool. Okay. So just read it out, and then while my laptop's still with me, I'll go with some things. Yeah.
So we've got Reddit. What's your trick to staying positive? So I'll read a few of the responses. So one of them is, this too shall pass. That's how they react to everything. So anything negative, they'll say, this too shall pass. Yeah,
I know that. Tom Hanks said it.
Yep.
It's not bad. It's not a bad one. It's not a bad positive way. Not a bad way to stay positive.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it keeps you humble, but also lets you get through negativity. Because when life's good, you're like, this too shall pass, so I can't be too excited.
Yeah.
When life's not good, you're like, this too shall pass, so there's nothing to worry about. That's that one. I approve. That's a good way to stay positive, I think.
We've got another one, which is keeping expectations seriously low.
No.
Why?
Because it's keeping expectations, like, if you expect nothing, you achieve nothing. So if you keep your expectations low, you may think that because you haven't been let down, you're not being negative.
Right.
But you are. The fact that your expectations are low means that you are being negative.
Yeah. That in itself is
a negative outlook.
Yeah. And from that, you're not going to be able to see anything positive, I don't think.
You need to downvote that one. That one's going to down.
That's a downvote, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
So, I don't stress over things beyond my control. It's just a waste of energy.
I can definitely. I don't know if that's the best, but I just agree with that because that's just what I do.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like positive in itself, because it's like the question I have within myself all the time is not caring a good thing.
Yeah. I think yes and no, because I think it kind of compresses your emotions, right? So you won't have as high highs, you won't have as low lows because of it. If you're indifferent to everything, it will just the up of it is that it reduces the lows. But then also the flip side of that is it reduces the highs. So it's like, what do you value more? You value having high highs, or do you value not having low lows?
Yeah. I don't know about this one. I don't know about
It's
this.
50-50. We'll leave that one over.
Yeah.
Just won't vote.
Yeah,
Won't
that
outvote
one.
or downvote.
Yeah.
You've got finding an anchor that keeps you sane and a hobby that is a form of therapy. For me, for example, my anchor includes my friends and my family, and my therapy is the gym.
That's his hobby.
Yeah.
The gym is his hobby.
Yeah.
I don't know, cause yeah, I don't know about that one, cause it's just it just seems like a solid way to live.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like, I don't know about, because actually I do approve of that one. That does seem like a positive way to live.
Yeah.
Because having friends and family
That keep you grounded. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then having like just an outlet that's like just for you is good.
Yeah, I approve of that one.
Yeah, that one's good.
Should round off with probably a meaty one.
A meaty one. Okay.
So we've got paragraph.
Oh,
so
cool,
I'm I'll read this one out.
Yeah, my battery's dead anyways.
For the past year now, I've been struggling mentally. There are weeks that are fine. I feel happy, energized, and positive. And there are weeks where so much as getting out of bed or answering a text message feels impossible. Lately, I've been getting help. One of the pieces of advice that have worked best for me in terms of shaping the way I feel is changing my behavior to include things that are both important and enjoyable. It probably sounds as though it's easy, but as I considered all of the different activities I used to do, I realized how little I do to engage myself now. I went through a list of activities charted what I do, what I did, and what I want to do. Now, throughout the week, I've planned days and times where I set aside what I'd normally be doing, gaming usually, and I try to fill it with something that inspires a sense of productivity in me. By changing this behavior, it's easier for me to handle how I'm feeling since the two are directly related. The more that I do, the better that I feel.
Yeah, I can believe that. Filling your time with things that you deem to be productive could make you positive, because because it's like this thing where if you think you're being productive, you think you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
So I could believe that, but it just depends on what you see as productivity in it. And it's just, you don't need, like, I don't know where like this thing became where people believe you have to be productive to lead a happy life. Like, I'm sure, like, if you're not like insanely productive, like if you just do like just do standard stuff, like you just work and then you just chill, you don't go the extra mile or anything.
Yeah.
You just do what you do. I'm sure that person has a happy life.
Yeah.
And they're not insanely productive. It's just like I think to be positive, you have to be content.
Yeah.
I feel like there is no ideal for contentment.
Yeah. I don't think there's a scale. I don't think you're just content.
There's
or you're
no
not
like
content.
there's no metric for it.
Yeah.
It's just like in a moment you feel it.
Yeah.
And you're like, you have to just be aware of that moment. That's it. Because like the first one said, that too shall pass.
Yeah.
But you have to just be aware of it, because there is no formula for a positive mindset.
No.
It's just, you have to live your life, and positive moments come and positive moments go. Negative moments come, negative moments go.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and sometimes out of nowhere, you just get a bit of contentment where you're not chasing anything. There's nothing you're being chased by. It's just, and maybe even in that moment, you are chasing something and you are being chased by something, but you've just forgotten about that for a second.
Yeah.
And you've just felt like, I feel life is okay.
Yeah.
Like that's what like I want. I want to get to the point where I'm just like, life is okay,
Yeah.
Like that's it.
I'm doing all right.
Like, yeah, like I'm
okay.
Like I'm not on self-improvement right now. I'm not on self-hate right now.
Yeah.
I'm just doing me.
Yeah.
And doing me is going well.
Yeah. I hear that. Anyway, I think we'll end it there.
Yeah.
I think we've had a really productive episode.
Yeah, this one feels like it's been long. I don't know.
It's been almost 2 hours.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but I think there was a lot we had to unpack and a lot we had to kind of explain to ourselves and uncover from ourselves and by ourselves.
Yeah.
And so I feel like there was a lot of engagement and a lot of getting stuff off our chest to be explained by each other and by our lovely article.
Yeah.
By the people who've read it. And so I think if you've made it this far, comment positively buzzing, or that too shall pass.
That you honestly, if you made it to the end, I'm surprised.
Yeah, to be fair,
I'll be very impressed.
Yeah, I'll a lot of people don't actually make it to the.
Yeah. I doubt because this is the longest one, and people were saying the other ones were long. So I if you made it to the end, or shout out you for real. Yeah. Shout out you for real. Like DM me so I can say thank you, man. That's crazy.
Indeed. I appreciate you. I always appreciate you guys sticking around.
Honestly,
appreciate you hanging out with us, and I appreciate just being there whilst we just chat or waffle or whatever it is we do.
Yeah, while we're just trying like help ourselves, and hopefully help you a little while we try and help ourselves.
As always,
thank you for watching us, innit? Like it's great. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling I'm feeling rested.
I'm feeling content.
Yeah.
Dare I say?
Yeah.
Dare I say? Feeling slightly content after this one.
I don't know. I feel like something just got lifted off me. I'm feeling liberated.
Is this what therapy's like?
I'm feeling liberated.
Yeah. So, thank you guys. Thank you for sticking around.
Yeah, shout out you guys.
And we will see you in the next one.
It's been lovely.
Peace.